Hi guys, you're welcome to my corner, and this is Chit Chat Time with Lily. And today we're going to be talking about gratitude, living a life filled with gratitude. And I want us to start by explaining what gratitude is. Gratitude simply comes from the Latin word gratus, which means thankful. And I want to ask you today, how often do you say thank you? How often do you say thank you to God? How often do you say thank you to your friends when they do that smallest things for you? How often do you sit down to be really grateful for what you have? You know, we live in a world that we tend to forget that there were times in our lives that we were praying and believing God for the things we now have. Yes, there were times in your life you were praying and believing God to be able to afford the kind of phones you now use. There were times in your life you were praying and believing God to be able to afford the kind of clothes you now wear. There were times in your life you were praying and believing God to be able to go and visit the places you now go and visit. Yeah, but we've gotten so used to that. We've gotten so used to those stuffs, and now we are chasing the next big thing and forgetting. The psalmist said, "He who can think can give thanks to God." You know, 2 weeks ago was my birthday, and I had that period where I was reflecting and asking myself, oh, there's some things I needed, I wish I had by now. There are things I wish there's some I was wishing so many things that I wished I had. Then I heard in my head, I heard it clear. Pick up your journal and write out 10 things you're grateful to God for. And I started writing. And I found out that I wrote more than 10. I had more things to be grateful to God for. And I was like, oh, enough of all this. I want. And I saw myself giving thanks, quality thanks to God. You know, there's a saying in my dialect that goes, when you thank God, that goes this way. When you thank God for what He has done, He will do even much greater things. If you give thanks to God for what He did, for that smallest thing He did, He's going to do more. Okay, so that is what gratitude does, and I'm going to be listing three benefits of living a more gratitude-filled life. Number one, it helps you to feel more positive energy. You're going to see yourself towing towards positivity at all time. You're going to see yourself talking to yourself and telling yourself positive things. When you ask God for something and it's not forthcoming, you'll see yourself telling yourself it's not coming because it's not yet time. It's not coming because maybe I don't need it. Because God has seen that I don't need it. That is a kind of positivity that will be happening in your head because you're a more grateful person, because you know you've gotten so much. You know there were times you prayed and you got those things. When it is not forthcoming, these are the kind of attitude you will get. Instead of feeling disappointed, you will see yourself getting and affirming yourself in a positive way that it is not coming because maybe it is not my time, or maybe I don't need it. So that is what gratitude does. Number two, it helps you to build quality relationship with people. Everybody wants to be friends with that person who said thank you for the simplest thing you've done for them. Everybody wants to be friends with that person that is always there to say thank you and they mean it genuinely. Nobody wants to be friends with people who feel entitled at all times. They feel they deserve that thing you gave them. So nobody wants to be friends with such people. So it helps you to build quality relationship when you're a grateful person and when you have attitude of gratitude in your life. Number three, it helps to reduce depression and anxiety. He who can think can give thanks. If you have the attitude to think, reflect back on the times that you didn't have what you now have, trust me, it's going to help you to feel less depressed, and it's going to reduce your anxiety. Depression of means sadness. You're feeling extremely sad because you're feeling that there is nothing good that is around you that should make you happy. But if you can think, you will know that you have a million reasons to be happy. You have 1,001 reasons to be happy if you can think. Okay, so now you're going to be asking yourself, what can I start doing to be more grateful? What can I start doing to be a more grateful person? I'm going to be recommending few things that you should start doing to be a more grateful person. Number one, every single day, say out loud 3 things that you're grateful to God for. Every single day, face a mirror and say, I am grateful for water. I'm grateful for clean water. I am grateful for a bed to lay on. I am there are these things that you feel that is just there. There are people that are struggling to have clean water to drink. There are people that don't have mattress to sleep on. Yes, they don't have that. And you have it, and you're feeling you've gotten so used to the fact that you sleep on a bed. Where you can mention three simple things that you're grateful for every single day, it will help you to start developing a more gratitude filled life, right? Number two, keep a journal. It is important to keep a journal. There are some days that when you're feeling sad and you manage to stumble on your journal and you go through the things you're grateful to God for that you've written down, you're going to jack up your energy and you'll be feeling much better. Keep journals of the things you're grateful to God for, and it's going to help you at all times to feel more grateful to God, right? Number three, say thank you for the simplest thing people do for you. Say thank you to God at all time. Let your lip at all time be ready to say thank you. Stop feeling entitled to people. Say some people will receive something, they find it difficult to say thank you. Even when they say thank you, they don't mean it. They just say thank you because they believe that they deserve it. Stop feeling entitled over people things. When they do things for you, when they do stuffs for you, learn to be grateful. Learn to say thank you and mean it genuinely from your heart. It's going to help you to live a more grateful, gratitude-filled life. Then number four, appreciate yourself. You are the container that is holding the content. If you don't appreciate yourself as a human being, you're going to be finding it difficult to appreciate people. If you don't appreciate yourself, how will you be able to appreciate people when they do things for you? You won't be able to. So at all times, appreciate yourself. Affirmate yourself. Face a mirror and talk to yourself. Tell yourself sweet things. Those things you would love people to tell you. Tell yourself you owe yourself that much. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself things that will make you happy. Face the mirror and do that. And it's going to make you to be a more grateful person. Okay? Then the fifth one is change your mindset. If you've done all these things and you're still finding it difficult to give thanks and to be grateful, change your mindset. And always tell yourself that there are people in a worse scenario than you are. There are people that are wishing to have the life that you have. There are people that are hoping and wishing and praying to God to have your life. If after doing all this and you're still finding it difficult to give thanks, you have to change your perspective about life. You're going to change the way you see things, and always tell yourself that there are people in worst case scenario than you are. Remember, going to bed every day is a natural phenomenon, but waking up the next morning is a miracle. So you owe God everything. You owe God. God deserves you to tell him thank you genuinely from the bottom of your heart. So you owe God that. All right. I hope that after listening to this video, this teaching, you're going to be a more grateful person. You're going to be more intentional to be living a gratitude-filled life. That will help you to live a more happier life when you're grateful. Okay? Until I come your way again next time, I remain your favorite girl that will be always here to remind you to strike balance with your life. Okay? Thank you.